Show them. Come on out. Nothing lasts forever. Come on out. Show them.
Oh, so sorry.
Let's spark things up a little.
Come on out. Come on out. Right here. I'm always watching. Right here. By royal decree.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Let it rain.
Don't get frostbite. Dodge this. No rest for the wicked.
With wings of darkness, come, sever night from day. No escape.
Oh, so sorry.
Let's go. I'm a rock.
Come a little closer. You've been a naughty boy.
Think you can bully me?
Cool it. Don't get frostbite.
You're in for a little shock. Blitz. Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Diana special.
This map will be frozen in time.
Shaken and stirred.
Come a little closer.
Look at you, Boozle.
Don't get frostbite. Freeze.
Abyssosk. Recently, the Adventurers Guild has received an unusual...
The Traveler would be the most suitable candidate, right?
I will spare the pleasantries then. May I ask if you two are well, let me go over it briefly. Our client for this job is the Yashiro Commission. Apparently...
Rift Hounds? On Narukami Island?
Yes. We are not sure where exactly these creatures... The sacred Sakura is of tremendous importance to Inazuma. I trust you. Good. Then you can see the...
Is the Tenri...
Yes, and they are already taking action of their own. However, given that their main priority is to protect the civilian population, so they are actively looking to... The Adventurers Guild is one of the key parties assisting the Tenryou Commission with their work. You have our deepest gratitude. I will mark on your map the areas where Rift Hound appearances...
Relax. We'll be back The sacred Sakura's in danger again, huh? Who'd have thought? Keeping the sacred Sakura safe was Kazari's greatest wish, and now these mangy mutts are trying to destroy it! Time to teach him a lesson! They're attacking the sacred Sakura! Stop them! Rebuild!
Whirling snow!
Order guide you.
Allow me!
Illusion shattered!
My apologies! Wow, there are so many of them! No wonder the Tenryou Commission needed help! Come on, Traveler, you can take them!
Torn to oblivion!
Shogun? Wait,
Oh, it's you two. It has been a long time. We have not seen each other since the resolution of the
okay, sounds more like it. You sure made short work of them! That was amazing!
I'm making early preparations for what is to come. Last time we took a walk around Inazuma together, I witnessed the way Since then, every time I encounter an obstacle...
Makes sense. You must get super bored being...
Might I remind you that I am not here recently. I have observed a number of changes in the external world from the plane of Euthymia. The most serious of these being the attack. I considered this matter worthy of my attention. So I pursued them, and they led me here. If the Shogun, rather than I, were to discover them...
Why? Because she...
Precisely. According to the rules I designed for her, but Rift Hounds attacking the sacred Sakura.
A disaster?
Yes. Everything was engulfed in a pitch-black fog, and monsters ravaged the land. The monsters committed many atrocities on Inazuman soil. Their duty was to tear open a passage through space with their claws and That's an episode of history that I am loath to recall. But an excess of caution is not
Guess you can't...
Since we are both here for the same reason, from the traces they've left in the surrounding area, there should be...
Paimon feels so safe when we're in Ace company. Oh yeah, after we've dealt with the... This color! It's similar to the color when the sacred Sakura takes damage. Let's follow it. It should be this way.
The damage is not too serious.
This stuff that's flowing out, is it sap or something? And how come it's glow? Huh? What's this? Could they be dead people? What?
Let's search the area. Perhaps we will find out.
I can't go on like this.
What happened here? Could you...
Who are you? What do you do? Run quick while you still can. We will defend Inazuma until our dying. You beasts and horrifying monsters are everywhere. Every last trace of humanity's existence.
But look!
Not right now, but they'll be back. The almighty Shogun is gone. So is Kitsune Saigu. I don't know how long we can hold out for.
Don't worry, I'm right here.
You're back. Please, we beg you. You have only the glow of your supreme lightning can dispel.
Calm down. The war
Over. But
Look around you. The grass grows green and lush, and there are no monsters.
what? But how? I saw them tear my comrade to shreds with my own.
Hey, calm down!
Huh. I think I understand. Yes, we were. Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you, thank you.
What's wrong with him?
He's gone.
Paimon can't even begin to understand.
If I am not mistaken, what we just saw, the sacred Sakura can absorb and purify the filth in the ley lines. After the Rift Hounds attacked, an entity formed with strong filth would be highly aggressive. But when purified filth quickly dissipates and will be absorbed by the ley lines shortly afterwards. In other words,
So the memories of the ones that died are...
yes. That soldier was one of the many thousands who made the ultimate sacrifice. What he was describing just now? Yes. Inazuma was facing many great crises at that time. The disaster in Inazuma caused me great concern. I felt that I had to step in, but my friend, Kitsune Saigu, reassured me that I had nothing to worry about. I could tell that, although neither of us...
So... Inazuma was...
Indeed. Countless monsters suddenly appeared throughout all of Inazuma. I never had the chance to see her one last time. But even then, Inazuma was left more devastated than we could have...
Hey...
Yes. For the longest time, all my martial might was in vain. Though I could conquer Tatarigami and vanquish... But... after my clash with human ambition, when I traveled around Inazuma with you, I caught a glimpse of how the nation has progressed over this. Moving forward inevitably invites for... Just think of that soldier. Despite all the losses he had, all those who sacrificed themselves back then gave their lives fighting for a future. As Inazuma's god, it is high time I honor warriors of the past who spilled your blood on this land. I will never forget you, and all that...
He's taking all this pretty hard.
Come on.
Expected there are a load of Rift Hounds here too!
Leave them to me.
Huh? Something seems wrong with A.
Why would you ask that?
Well, pull out your sword and swish! They
You are unduly concerned. I'm simply although I have some understanding of the situation already, I must be prepared for anything. If there are more...
makes sense. The roots seem pretty badly damaged this time. Hey, the same light is leaking out again.
Furuyama? Is that you?
Almighty Shogun, what brings you back so soon?
Fighting a battle in a distant land.
Allow me to introduce Furuyama. Though blind, Furuyama is unparalleled in...
Your Excellency, you shower me with praise undeserved. I have simply had the good fortune. It sounds like the Almighty Shogun has brought... I'm afraid I'm unable to serve you any respectable refreshment. After all, it's quite a...
What should we do? Yeah. Sheesh.
I see. So, they have fought their way this far already. Most of the residents in this neighborhood have already escaped. They wanted to take me with them, but it seemed rather pointless to me. And now the Almighty Shogun is here, I have even less reason to run away. Imagine if this was something that even the Almighty Shogun was powerless to resolve. Where could I possibly run to then? People flee out of a desire to live on, and the desire to live on stems from a feeling of having unfinished business in life. But me, I have no such thoughts. The Almighty Shogun often speaks just listening to her stories. I've been blind for many years, but her vivid descriptions took me on a splendid journey to all the most... One thing she always says is, good things don't last forever. Everything changes, fades, disappears completely over the passage of time. And so... So you see, as bleak as things may be now, it won't be long now before I have to say goodbye to the Almighty Shogun for the last time. But I suppose it doesn't matter. Everyone says that Inazuma has turned dark now. But to me, once this catastrophe is over, life is sure to spring forth anew. But... Oh, goodness me. Speaking of the Almighty Shogun comes to visit and I don't have the... One moment, I'll just... I hope the... Really? But it's always been right by my side. I couldn't possibly have my guests fetch it...
Don't worry about it. Take a rest. We'll be back right...
Almighty Shogun, you're not going too, are you? No, no, no.
This place is... complicated. Leave it to us.
But... Well, okay. I can't decide whether it's a final...
Where should we go to find a tea set? Having a cup of tea isn't exactly the most urgent thing to do right now, but...
It's the Traveler. And the Almighty Shogun! How might I be of assistance, Your Ex-
I wish to borrow a tea set from the Yashiro Commission.
Oh, sure. Please step into the courtyard and have a rest, Almighty Shogun.
Be at ease. I'm not here to see Commissioner Kamisato. Actually...
No. I am your humble servant. I daren't think of my own convenience when the Almighty Shogun graces me with her presence. I'll deal with it right away.
Well, it's not often we have the chance to chat. I'm sure...
Right. Paimon wanted to ask that too.
I seldom had the time to drink tea. Any free time I had was spent practicing. So, in the vast majority of cases, the one he made tea, he may well have had an inkling about there being two Raiden Shoguns. The philosophy of life that he shared with us just now, that was
You and Makoto had pretty different...
Indeed we did. In her eyes, the most precious things in this world were dreams. They are similar. But when you came charging into the plane of Euthymia, I saw human aspirations. Now, it seems like she was right.
Wow. There sure was a lot
Makoto saw a bigger picture than I did. In her view, an ambition is a yearning for something material, or a Makoto was more concerned with the force that drives. To put it simply, Makoto was... I didn't understand at the time. I suppose what it comes down to, yes, it does. I always thought that but in the last analysis, Makoto's philosophy was, on the surface at least...
Do you feel you're starting to understand?
You have already witnessed my previous views, but now... I no longer...
Almighty Shogun! I found a tea set.
It's quite beautiful.
You are too kind. A humble servant such...
It's all good, sir.
Let us return. We are...
Let's move out. Wouldn't have gone looking for a tea set himself.
Or...
So, we didn't even have a...
The information held in the ley lines is complex and disordered. Well, this chance won't come often. I've watched Furuyama brew tea on many occasions. The tea is ready. So many thoughts were racing through my head as I was brewing it. You're right. But the things... I've been reminded of many people, too. Kitsune Saigu. Back at the Yashiro Commission, I kept the conversation brief. The events of 500 years ago not only robbed me of...
She died in that disaster, too?
Yes. She went to Conria alone. Unlike me, Makoto was no martial artist. But this time... the circumstances were so grave that Makoto had no yes. She had already lapsed into unconsciousness by that point. So it was there that we bid each other a final farewell. Why did she go to Conria first, and not... It was there and then that I resolved to pursue eternity. As a testament... When I returned to Inazuma, I was shocked to find that a great sakura tree had appeared on Mount Yogo. That's exactly what everyone back then told me as well. That it had existed since time, no one questioned it. And yet, its presence contrasted so starkly. In the end, I simply had to accept that it was with the help of the sacred sakura's power.
This is all really hard to understand.
Yes. I once told myself that I would never speak, but even the tea that is most bitter to the tongue. And it's time I came to terms with it all.
Oh, while we're on the topic, since you experienced...
Brother? You mean to say that he was somehow involved in the...
Based on what we've learned so far, it seems so.
I'm sorry. I wasn't there, and... also... so...
Oh, well, boy.
With this last cup of tea, let us thank you, Destiny, for giving us...
We should go. Let's keep following the traces.
Very well. Based on my investigation so far, I believe this next pack of monsters should be the last.
move out. Yeah! Let's move out.
Once again, please leave them to me.
Hey!
Fear. Now you shall perish! Shine down! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape! Torn to oblivion! Transcend all constraints. My apologies.
Don't worry about it. Just we'll deal with... Look, that's the same light again.
Where am I? Who are you? Almighty Shogun, you're here too. Are you injured, Your Excellency? We, the Shogunate Samurai, will defend the Shogun until the very end.
Come on, man.
Don't!
Danger is our duty, ma'am. If we were the kinds...
No need to worry, Almighty Shogun.
Is that a vision?
It certainly is. I know the gods are omnipotent, and if the Almighty Shogun is in trouble...
So that's how samurai of that era understood visions, huh?
Nobody knew where Your Excellency had gone, and we were starting to despair. But now we've found just the sight of you appearing before us. This hope is the light that will...
Everyone, on me!
We'll help too!
Huh? Affirmative, but watch your backs.
Protect the almighty Shogun!
Erase all threats. Illusion shattered.
Gather!
Sakura swirl! Whirling snow!
It seems like their attacks are finally over.
I've never fought so fiercely before.
Thank you all.
Are you okay?
I'm fine.
You fought phenomenally. It was truly awe-inspiring. The monsters will definitely come back. And when they do, quickly, escort Her Excellency back to Inazuma City.
When everyone sees the almighty Shogun
Well, what are
We will stay here and guard against the monsters' advance. We are brothers in arms. As long as we stick together.
Just leave it to us. But the almighty Shogun is the only one of us with the power to change no matter what kind of threat faces Ina.
Thank you all very much. I should not have left it this late to make this promise.
Don't worry, Your Excellency. We will never. With you leading us, we will claim.
Glory to the Shogun! Glory to the Shogun!
they're gone?
It was both. The people's sacrifice has always caused me immense pain. But in dwelling on the tragedy, the result being that in the centuries since their sacrifice, you could take the view that whatever I say to them is meaningless. But even so, they are due a resolution. I owe it to them.
Well, Paimon thinks that even if it's a few hundred...
Thank you for your comforting words. But I used to think just like that samurai. That I was but what Inazuma needs more than a warrior, even though I am utterly unlike Makoto, and can never become the person she was, I still need to... Yes, they are. They are as the Raiden Shogun they revere.
Well said. Sounds to Paimon like you...
Change will come to Inazuma, and with it, no matter how long it takes. Now that we've dealt with the Rift Hounds, this matter, I will leave the Tenryo and Yashiro commissions to handle the...
Alrighty then, let's... It looks calm on the outside, but Paimon bet she seems to have changed a lot since we left. Huh? What's wrong, eh? Come on. What's going on? Are you feeling unwell again?
It looks like... the situation... No need. I need to go to the cave.
Why?
A battleground. One where...
Rest and rebuild!
We're finally here. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hand. It looked...
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is...
Follow me.
Where are we go? Paimon. Whoa. This place... Look, it's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the one within, but it is also the guardian of the... Should the one within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice!
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence. You believe your present self has greater certainty than your former self. Thus, you believe your present self is correct, don't you? But have you really been enlightened with new ideas? Or I'm here to show you my answer. We are both warriors, and the...
Wait! Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the as she indicates. Once I started entertaining the idea of but inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not like this! It's a bit extreme! Hey, showdown with the Shogun? Never thought we'd see that day!
The rules I set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself. I would not try to change her. If it...
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something? But they both just want the...
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over... It inherits A's pain. The pain of inevitable loss that... Every action undertaken is for this determination, courage. Only rules shall remain constant for it. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles that I have no choice but to... You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity. And I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Write an A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni maiden was cut down and disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Illusion shattered! Pathetic. Be gone! Shine down! Division is futile. Inferior. Inazuma shines eternal! The Kitsune sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch-black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Now you shall perish, blinking shadow. Illusion shattered! Be gone! Shine down! Torn to oblivion! The divine lightning that envelops all Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Now you shall perish! Ha! Ha! There is no escape! This ends now. Absurd! Torn to oblivion! Evasion is shine down! Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated?
It appears your martial prowess has not... But how long?
How the heck?
In this realm of... She was built to resist erosion. Her...
Then, does that mean...
Maybe. But I have to prove to her that my present will is... If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can... This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last. Months, years, centuries. And no matter 500 years ago. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge way... It is about time that I learn to trust them. I understand that. But if the dreams of which I fight for the everlasting future of... I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I during my absence.
But this...
Pass on my words.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? She was making sense. And maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still... Right? Also, A can be pretty stubborn. What if she gets too obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen. Yeah, we should help her out. Is there any way we can cut down how long she needs to spend in there? Or, you know, help her with, well, whatever. We can't let anything Oh, but we also can't... Okay, well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel time on now. Oh, you're right. Who knows if she really understands these
Whenever you are troubled.
Protection of the Electro Archon.
Someone's not in the best of moods. I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think...
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech. Do you understand?
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happening.
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's just impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable. Presumes her sheer will can see her through. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it? Rushed into it without thinking. Well, so you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer...
Is she playing dumb?
Aha! You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't... All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura. And from...
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way. But I can only speculate. Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too... First things first. Follow me to the entrance. Now then, I always have my ways. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact...
So, it's abstract, but has a look.
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force... This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia...
What? Alright, well, Paimon.
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, always...
Paimon's had it up to here!
Oh, well, if you're quite sure, then of course. I say... Oh, nothing. It just seems... By the way, remember to focus. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong. Well then, the door is open. Hop on in. I'll stay outside and provide what stability I can. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake, and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
That's enough chatter. Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able? This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first over countless battles. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you? For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you bring honor to the title of... Now these two return once more to this space. Then, let this be our final duel. The conclusion to that which began 500... Final duel? Stand back, traveler. I'm going to be the start of something new. The time our duels took to fight was long enough to witness the rise and fall of nations. The will I carry within me will never be eroded nor destroyed. Energy that consumes, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they demanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. You have endured. I will endure forever. This is... I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But a will that cannot be eroded You need not worry about the future. And you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied... Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems... I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of... This power is beyond the limits of... This blade belonged to Makoto. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, it was at once a familiar feeling, and a strange one. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. From this day forth, I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise, you truly have changed. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform, but as a warrior, I look for... It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who... I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duty... Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you... A convoluted way to reach you, but... Well, there was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please, but... You never... Everything happened so suddenly. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place... In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. But I know that this must have been an extreme... Don't look down on me. It was with this possibility in mind that... Here, take it. But it is you who must take the
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh? Goodbye, Makoto.
So the A of the present planted the sacred sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took, no matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her eternity is a concept intimately connected with time.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return. And yet, that sense of disorder.
I don't fully understand yet.
Well, I'm not convinced.
I know what you mean. Perhaps Makoto got a higher power involved in all of this. Without the sacred sakura, Inazuma.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred sakura. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred sakura.
No. But I understand why now. It was because the
But don't you think that tree looked alike?
The sacred sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get.
Ugh. Now,
I'm joking. That tree has been through a lot since it first sprouted. We have the loving care, and obviously, it's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your... At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed, suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply, fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's effort.
does that mean it wasn't by chance that we ended up at the final duel? We were always meant to be.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside. So it was a great... My first thought was... But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You too have my thanks.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was... After all,
I only heard her voice. I'll be fine. It brought a few... I have to say, this has reminded me once again. She even factored my immaturity. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this. I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing!
Thank you.
today, at long last, you and Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because
Makoto said...
great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of Shogun for a couple of... Actually, no. Forget that.
We will have to end the frivolities there. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things... After that...
Really? That's...
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma. I'm looking for...
by publishing house in a while. Paimon wonders if they have any new books in. The one we read with A that time.
Come on, this is a no-brainer, man. There's only one thing worth wishing. But the exam's next week. If I fail again, I'm serious. It's just an exam. Trust me, there's no problem you can't solve by throwing...
What are they arguing about? It's quite a spirited debate.
Huh? Really? You need but stand on this land at midnight, lower your head, and recite a special incantation. Looks like you guys really aren't in the loop. This, my friend...
A wish ritual? Right? Even Paimon knows that's just...
I didn't believe it at first either, but it's this guy called Kunihiko. He's practically always been unemployed, wastes his days away, and he owes a lot of money. I heard it directly from him. He used this wishing ritual, and the next day he woke up...
His whole bed was filled with...
Of course, I'm sure the part about waking up lying on a bed of... Whether you believe it or not, it's not exact... If you're still feeling skeptical, just ask around. There are...
Really? Well, come on! Well, if it really is true, then just think of all the more... Closer inspection, it seems like there really are a lot of people...
Grasp the thought in mind. Clear like the light of the...
No, it's not here, my...
Hey! What are you guys up to?
Whoa! Sheesh, you scared me! Okay.
Incantation?
Junkichi is trying it out, to be specific. He's hit a bit of a creativity block recently, so... I mean, I obviously don't. But Junkichi never listens to an outside...
Mr. Shigeru, can you please be a little more accommodating? People have had all kinds of wishes come true. Become more attractive, get rich quick, ace their studies. I'm just a poor, Anyway, I just know this is going to work. I have a gut...
Didn't you say the same thing when you went to make your wish at the Grand Narukami Shrine?
The Omamori from the shrine take too long to have any effect on your luck.
Look, to be completely honest, I think you need to... Look at you now! Trying dubious...
Wait. What? This...
Yep, it's from the one called A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits. No, it's most likely a self-published title. It just appeared out as a fellow writer. I'll refrain from passing comment on how well the story is written, but
Look, Junkichi. Yes, everyone's saying it's real, it works, but that's only half the story. I've also heard lots...
What's so surprising about that? They're probably just giddy with joy.
Why don't we go to the Grand Narukami Shrine and... She's the expert when...
Well, hello there, young ones. What brings you to the shrine? It just so happens that I have a what? Oh?
Well, we were just... actually...
No, not at all.
Lady Guji, what do you mean, nothing major? I'm
It really is nothing major. I stand by that.
You two seem to have a good relationship with Guji-ai. Here's what happened. My name is Kato Yohei, and my brother is Kato Shingo. Domon turned him away, took one look at him and said he didn't have what it takes to train in the art of the sword. But my brother wasn't about to resign himself to defeat. He trained but since his victory, he's been acting extremely strange. It's like he's become a completely different...
You know, there really aren't as many evil spirits lurking around as you seem to think. Your brother achieved the goal he'd been If it were me, I'd just leave him be for a couple of days.
No, Lady Guji. If you saw him for yourself, you'd...
Oh, all right. Then tell me.
About... Yes, Lady Guji. That's a long time. Our greatest wish is to one day found our own school, just like Domon.
Wait a minute, now I'm a little confused. Are you here to save your brother?
Well, they're kinda too...
Whatever. Let me ask you this.
What? Rumors?
Oh dear.
Lady Guji, please stop.
Miko, he seems really desperate. His thing with his brother sounds really bad.
Okay, fine.
Yay, Miko!
Kato, whatever your name was, these two guests are trusted acquaintances of mine.
Yeah!
Is that hesitation that I detect in your voice? So
Not at all, never. Whatever Lady Guji says, I trust wholeheartedly. Thank you two for your willingness to help. Please follow me.
No, hold on a hot second, Miko. We may be a lot of...
Don't worry. If he wants an exorcism, just grab a handful of salt and mutter. It's a common trope in light novels, right? You just have to have a bit of bravado. As soon as the well, you were the ones who seemed concerned about his situation. Besides, we both know you wouldn't be here at the Grand Narukami Shrine unless you had a request for me.
This feels all wrong.
All right, let's go. Don't...
Okay, let's follow... What is going on here? Granted, you can never be quite sure what's going on in Miko's mind, but she seems even more disinterested than usual in Yohei's situation. Well, a life's at stake here, so it looks like we'll have to deal with that first before we'll get the chance to ask her about the incantation stuff.
How strange.
Meditating?
Yeah, it's something that he suddenly started doing after but that's not important right now.
This does pose a bit of a problem. Kato, whatever your name was, given the circumstances, why don't you start by going to
Okay. Okay, got it. I'm on it.
Miko, what about us?
No need, while What's-His-Face is handling that.
Hello, sir. We'd like to ask...
Oh, are you debt collectors? Yohei said to tell you not to worry.
Huh? Debt collect? But, it sounds like...
Well, yes. I don't think there's any disputing that. Those two don't have an ounce of dedication between them.
Huh? But Yohei said his brother has always wanted to be...
That's true, yes. Shingo begged Domon to take him on, and eventually, he finally relented. But even after convincing a renowned sensei to give him a chance, he was the... In the end, Domon had had enough and kicked him out. But Shingo was resentful about it.
Wait, what? That's not what...
Oh, how interesting. We heard a slightly different version.
Yohei said that? That Shingo trained hard. Yohei did tell me about Shingo winning the fight, but I took it with a grain of salt. You...
There, we've come to ask you about...
Oh, you mean Shingo and...
Yeah, we heard that Shingo...
Yes, it's true. Wait, so are you here
We're not here to sign up.
Oh, you've come to the right person. I actually went to watch it. I thought it was a joke when I first heard that Shingo was going to challenge a disciple of the Meikyo Shisui. The way he handled his blade, it was like flowing water. Mesmerizing to watch.
Is Shingo really that strong?
Yep, he seemed pretty euphoric after winning the duel, too. He was celebrating very vocally.
Any other details to share? We've heard that
I'd definitely say that he has more energy than he used. But just yesterday, for example, I saw him cutting down trees for the village head. In the space of one afternoon, he did what most people couldn't finish in 3 days.
Oh.
Things got weird after that, though. The village head brought out some tofu for him, and he just flipped out.
Lady Guji, esteemed exorcist, I found my brother. He's at the waterfall, and I...
Oh, as much as I'd prefer to stay and hear some more delicious details.
Let's get down to business.
Illusion shattered!
Look over there. That's him at the waterfall.
So this is Yohei's brother. Whoa. Hey, listen! He's...
Woohoo! Can you feel? Found your own school. Ha! So, please spare me. I can't take any more. I'm gonna. Yohei. Yup.
Did you hear that? All the nonsense...
Huh? Who?
He stood up!
No, don't... Help!
What do we do? Miko, think of something!
Oh, Yohei, your brother's life is hanging in the... The way it looks to me is that Shingo feels terribly
I don't know what to tell you.
You don't know. But Yohei, I suggest you think very carefully before you open... Your brother is your closest relative. And yet, 5 whole days pass before it occurs to you to come and seek help from me. You really expect me not to notice the gaping holes in your story?
But,
As you wish. It's fine, but after Shingo dies, you'll be next. It's futile trying to escape. Anywhere in the world you run to, it...
All right, I'll talk. I'll tell you everything. Yes, that's it. The one that's all the rage right now. You just have to recite an incant... Just like the book described. We drew the magic symbol. After my brother wished to become a swordmaster, it really worked. Out of nowhere, he suddenly had these amazing swords because... I was worried that if that happens, it'd ruin our plans to start a martial arts school, and we'd be back to being poor.
So then, why'd you go...
Well, because with the way he's acting now, I was worried that rumors might start spreading that he's gotten it. So I was thinking that maybe Lady Guji might have a way to get my brother back to normal, but...
My, look. Stop deluding yourself. These newfound sword skills are not hid.
You're right.
All right, then. Your turn now, my little friend. Toss the salt, and then draw your sword.
What is that?
It's the...
See that? That's what you summoned. And look, now that Shingo's no use, it's coming straight for you.
Save me!
Miko! He fainted!
We do, but you, little one.
Come on.
He's coming!
Solidify!
Allow me!
Take flight!
This battle. I haven't felt this great in a long, long time.
He disappeared! But, Well, hi, Munch.
We can talk about it later.
Shingo, are you alright?
Yohei, I had the weirdest I dreamed that I wasn't a useless loser with a sword. I thought we could finally open a dojo of our own now. But then I realized I was terrified and I wanted to take control of my.
Shingo, we shouldn't have made that wish. We summoned a spirit.
Yes, and had we not come to your rescue, your life would have been over before.
Thank you, Lady Guji, and thank you.
All right, take him to get some rest. He will experience a high fever. At this point, I would normally lecture you on the dire consequences of using occult methods to
Yes, we understand now.
Thank you, Lady Guji. We'll.
Miko, would they really have lost? And if so, why the heck were you so?
Oh, they would have been fine. I had to scare them a little, though. Otherwise...
So, what?
You saw it all for yourselves. I'm sure you can figure out what kind of spirit had possessed him, can't you? Correct. Although it possessed Shingo, it didn't have any ill intentions.
Fair enough.
Tossing salt caused it to temporarily leave Shingo's body. Then, even if we'd done nothing at all, Shingo would have eventually become too weak for his body Of course, it would have been more stressful for Shingo and Yohei that...
Well...
Alright, seems like we've wrapped up...
Hold on, Miko. You say everything's wrapped...
Oh, you mean that they got the incantation?
Actually, that book's the whole reason we...
Human beings don't have powers like us yokai. It's quite understandable.
That's not the point. The problem is that the
Even then, humans only have so much strength. Even if they do...
But who wrote this book? What do you think, Traveler? Well, when you put it that way, she has been...
Lady Yai,
Kuroda, what are you doing?
I'm here to report on Yai Publishing House's sales for the last month.
Let me see. What? We're...
Yes. Overall bestseller, readers' favorite, and one book is topping the charts.
Both of you, back here now!
Miko? What is it?
Things just got serious. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits isn't... Just what is that supposed to mean? I worked extremely hard to promote our... I have to come up with a counterplan. Paimon, please. Who wrote this book? Oh, am I to take it that the safety of the people of Inazuma...
Wait! What just happened? Again, you technically have a point, but...
Nothing's wrong, okay? Come on. We're going to... I'm going to head back and make some preparations. Meet me outside the Yai Publishing House.
Miko, we're here. So what's your plan of action to deal with this?
Why don't I'll give you a hint. It's to do with the...
Oh, Paimon knows!
Oh, wow. Your first guess and you got it absolutely... wrong. A first-hand guide to summoning spirits is the hottest in bending over backwards trying to warn everyone about the dangers. All we would accomplish is to create more curious readers ready to try them out. Also, sales for the book would only increase further.
Okay, yeah, that would be pretty...
Leaving aside the issue of the enormous manpower...
But that means there's...
Well, I've been thinking... I've read a first-hand guide to some... The book contains many ancient... I think we're going to have a difficult time trying to... That's right. How do you get rid of... So what we're going to do? Smash our rival sales numbers and... Incidentally, this will also be...
Wait, Miko. So you want us...
Well, Becoming an I did say this is what we're going to. Anyway, there is a writer submission event going on at. I'll be at Uyu Restaurant. Find me there.
Just as I planned. The Yai public, the winner gets a huge.
The key to a successful light when to use good illustrations can make up for bad writing. There's a saying that light novels are the illustrations in a first-hand.
I've been reading light novels for a long time now. I'm mainly into these days, though. Everyone seems to be imitating each other. The only recent book worth mentioning is a first-hand gap. Not only is it a good story, but the descriptions are really true to life.
I'll be honest, I read light. In most traditional stories, the protagonist usually has this. By contrast, there's this popular light novel at the moment called A First Hand. The protagonist is a Kitsune who has not only mastered the secret art of
There's much more to light novels than Paimon realized.
Ah, there you are. Let me introduce. You've already met Junkichi and Shigeru. Shigeru is an experienced editor, and Junkichi is the author he's partnered with. Junkichi's working through a creative lull at the moment, but all his past works have been. Satomi is Yai Publishing House's ace in the hole. Her specialty is that she can write all kinds of completely different stories and all under different pen names. As they will be teaming up with us to collectively create the novel that knocks a first-hand guide to summoning spirits off its perch. So, feeling better? Now then, tell me what you all very true. An original core concept, a fast pace, quality illustrations, and lots of action. More importantly than that, even though it's a work of fiction, we have to deliver a sense of realism.
Paimon followed pretty much all of that. But there, for example, we know we need an original core.
Before you can answer that, take A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirits, for example. When I read it, all I find is common knowledge to the Kitsune. But to the general public, it's as a traveler. There must be a great many things you know that are complete unknowns to—
Oh, right! So maybe we could... but that would make it a completely...
Not at all. You don't have to worry so much about how to compete with that book. All you have to do is provide some interesting ideas based on your travel experience. As long as the core content is interesting, my expert team here...
Alright, let's start with Chapter 1 then. What are you thinking? This sounds like a great... Let's see here. The protagonist arrives in Mondstadt for the first time. With the help of some trusty companions, the human let us work together to build... Well, that was an unexpected development. What?
Out of a maximum... The story certainly goes in an unorthodox direction. And
what the heck?
Good job, little one. You're not only drawing on your own experiences, but it seems you're filtering them through the lens of the kinds of light novel. Thoughts from the experts? Are we able to work with...
Yeah, we think it works. I tend to overcomplicate the core...
That's good. Okay, we're done with Chapter 1. Let's move on to Chapter 2. Readers will devour your content a lot more quickly than you'd think. Hurry, Chapter 2, let's go.
Huh? What's wrong with you? You don't look...
What a pity. I thought your beginner's luck would carry you a little...
Before it came to what? What's
The bane of our existence. Writer's block. It's your arch nemesis for life, appearing without warning and inflicting a pain worse than death upon the writer. They sell their... When this happens, the best thing you can do is have a... boss, get me a plate of fried tofu. Don't worry, this is my treat.
Your treat? Oh!
Of course, everyone that takes part in the creative...
Alright, cool! Then let's press on, shall we? Don't give up now, for the sake of our page! Ooh! Ooh! Does this mean your inspirations come back? Let's see now. The protagonist with the help of the Qixing. Is it?
I give it a 9. The story is fun and action-packed with no dark undertones. I, for one, think there's a sizable...
Alright, well...
Great. Well, now Satomi can get...
Leave it to me, Lady Yae.
Let's write about Inazuma in the 3rd chapter, shall we? I can help with this one. We can use the Vision Hunt Decree or your experience in the Resistance. Any ideas?
When the Vision Hunt Decree comes out of nowhere, find out how the protagonist goes on to...
I think it's rather good. A lot of people still like the... One thing, though. We'll need to... Let's change it to... The Mysterious Lady
Whoa! So we really...
I suppose so. Once they're done writing the manuscript, I'll write the path...
Are we done then? Do you really think this will be able to...
The content is fine. Now I will contact an artist to make some illustrations. She runs a regular Q&A column in... You're free to take a break while the creative team is doing their work, but please go by the Yae Publishing...
That's just like Erika, always refining.
Miss Hina doesn't usually do endorsements. With Miss Hina getting so popular lately, a lot of people have come. But Miss Hina's not interested in any of it. She still prefers to focus all her efforts. Maybe that's why her fans like her so much. I'm getting off topic here. Anyway, may your light novel sell well and set a new...
We'll do our best.
Are you sure you'd like to submit this entry? Let me see. The Miraculous...
What a strange pen name. Definitely you're doing. Having been around you
What do you mean, strange? It took a lot of...
We'll get this printed as a matter of priority and conduct trial sales in pilot locations throughout Ina's...
Uh-oh. Paimon's getting a little nervous now.
That's right. Be confident in your work.
Okay, then I'll sign you up. Please come back in 3 days for... Thank you all for your submission. all good news, everyone. I just received word that your light novel is flying off. This level of success is an amazing accomplishment for a new work. I have free copies for each of you here. Please take them. The payment will follow shortly, and I'll...
Oh yeah! The whole reason why we made this light novel... We sold a lot of copies.
Shh. Listen to what the people around us...
Hey guys, have you heard about this latest Kaidan thing doing the rounds? You just need to recite the incan... Oh, that? That's a throwback. No one's talking about that anymore. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune is the new hit thing. The Secret Spells of Lady Kitsune?
You haven't read it yet? Okay, so supposedly, if you recite the spell... I heard that the incantations in a first-hand guide to summoning spirits have weird side effects. This one guy wished for a load of Mora. They actually had to use one of the secret spells of Lady Kitsune to get... That proves that the incantations in this book are more potent than the ones everyone...
Really? Well, I better go and prepare too.
Well, feeling...
Wow, you're right, but... What's this? Paimon doesn't remember that detail from the...
This is some...
There's a thing...
Of course. Behind every book that hits the...
Oh yeah, if we leave him to his own... Also, we still need to figure out...
Exactly. That's what we need to take care of next. Fortunately, but when we went to ask him about it, he had no recollection. Yes, this is another case of possession. After his novel submission failed, he was walking aimlessly in Araumi.
But the spirit that wrote the book is...
Simple. It wrote a summoning incantation in the book, didn't it? And you, my little friend, are the perfect candidate for this role. Oh, what are you...
Miko.
The ideal spot for a little meet and greet with a...
Really? But if...
What are you so afraid of, honestly? We're...
Paimon's heart is pounding. Hey! Ooh, Paimon! What a weird painting. Miko, do you know what it's supposed to
Probably...
It's a good piece of artwork and all. Looks like the artist signed...
Let's go inside and take a look.
It's my lucky day.
Come on out. Right here. Right now.
Light blade!
There is no escape!
Solidify!
Whirling snow!
Cut down like this.
Wow, this place is huge. Hey, is that a mirror? There's a really weird-looking stool as well. Wonder what it's for.
Ah, I see. Huh. This setup is quite handy. Saves me a lot of work. All right, go and take a look around. There should be a mechanism somewhere that makes the whole room move. Show them. Right here. Right now.
Hold the line!
It's my lucky day.
My apologies. Right here. Emerge.
Finally, No.
Right now. Come on out. Right here. Illusion shattered.
Stabilize.
Nothing lasts forever.
Fall before me.
Show them.
This will do.
Take flight.
This.
Show them. Emerge. Come on out. There is no escape.
That doesn't hurt. Solidify. Come again.
Whoa. It's that painting we just saw! It's getting eerier and
Okay. Next I will show you a secret Kitsune spell. This painting is The murky mirror reflects the view of Inazuma in a bygone age. Spirits stirred by the sight of the past will be easily drawn to it. You're up next, little one. Come on, sit yourself down here. Yes. The whole point of a summoning ritual is for a dead person's spirit. You saw what happened to that Oni samurai spirit.
Are we positive that summoning a spirit to possess the...
Oh, you really care about the little one quite a lot, don't you? I'm a little jealous. I wish my friends were caring like that. Anyway, are you scared, little friend? Sit on the chair, stare at the painting, and relax your body and mind. Try and be natural. There's really no need to be nervous.
It's like she's sitting inside the painting. Huh? Is Paimon
Recite the incantation in your heart, little one. Also, now, what kind of wish do we...
probably...
Very good. The wish needs to be heartfelt. The book is selling exceptionally well, Traveler, but we're going to need an outline for Chapter 4 as soon as humanly possible. When is the earliest?
The painting is moving again!
I never thought. What have we here? Another budding writer?
We got you! So what are you trying to do, Why'd you...
Huh? Oh, I see. No wonder this felt so familiar. I've walked... You ask me what my game is here? Well, of course. It was to use this incantation as a means for all the souls of the departed yokai.
What? Paimon knew it!
Oh, did you now? Then how... I sense... Good. Good! With this power, no one...
Wake up! Quick, wake up!
It is futile. You shall never wake her again.
Hey! Come on, wake up! Miko! Think of... You're
Oh, Rakusai, you
Well, you made the face enough times that I could... Look what you've done to this little flying one here. Oh, poor...
You were having plenty of fun playing the bad guy a moment ago. Now you're trying to blame it all on me?
Rakusai?
Yes, we do, of course.
Allow me to formally introduce the author of A First-Hand Guide to Summoning Spirit... no, wait. To be more...
Memory? But...
Ah, spirits, memories. They're just different words to describe the same thing. Something that comes from the ley lines.
Do you remember that recent incident when the Rift Hounds were... You witnessed human memories leaking from the ley lines, didn't you? Well, since there are human in life, yokai possess supernatural powers. And even when they are a shadow of their former selves from a bygone era, typically, yokai memories survive longer in the world than...
Indeed, indeed. I was wandering around the sacred Sakura's roots. Well, it piqued my curiosity, so I...
So that's how it happened. But...
Oh, little one. Not to toot my own horn here, but when I was alive, I wasn't just another Kitsune, no. I was But with this incantation, they can go one last little joyride in the world for a couple...
She's trying to say that all the commotion this causes is likely to be a great disturbance to...
Disturbance? I guess you mean that we might leave them with some broken dreams after we leave. But you know, I actually think that the most admirable thing about human beings is the way that, as for those who would rather draw on external power than seek to improve themselves, so when you think about it, we're actually doing the human...
Yes.
All right, then. You find...
What are you scared of, little one? Don't be deceived by her day-to-day...
Not only that, Irakusai, but my latest work has beaten that book.
Of course. You were never one to make extra work for yourself where you can help it. And yet you went to all the... You were always the one to pick a quarrel with me when we... All right. You win, I
finally get to hear you say it,
I remember when you were just a little...
Oh, Irakusai.
Not much. That goes for all... Everyone's quite content in many ways.
When my bell rings, it means the moonless night is upon...
Miko, it's been nice catching up, but I'd better conserve my energy if I want to stick it out until then. So...
All right.
One last thing, Miko.
I've been great, of course. Especially these days. Not only do I... And even A is finally starting to come to her senses. Quite a miracle.
Oh, well, great.
Urakusai, you'd be right at home. A great storyteller and artist like yourself would be the Yae Publishing House's ace in the hole.
He disappeared. Are you awake? How are you feeling?
Are you all there? Here, like last time, repeat after me. Oh, you beat me to it. Looks like you're... So, your first possession, What was it like? Good. Hearing Rakusai admit defeat has put me in the most wonderful mood. Yes, though they only represent a tiny proportion of... Since you've come this far, why don't you do one...
You cannot be serious, Miko! After... You guys teamed up to...
Aw, come on. I'm really only asking you.
Paimon's paycheck? Well, there's no way out now.
Well, hello there, my little helpers. So nice of you.
So, Nico, Also, to be clear, we actually...
It might sound ominous, but to put it simply, the Hyakuyaku back in the day at yokai gatherings, once everyone had had plenty to drink. One by one, But now, the yokai memories that leak from the ley lines are weak, so I will be performing a convocation ritual for them. When the time comes, they will gather in the sky above the Grand Narukami Shrine. All the preparations for the ritual have actually been made well.
Oh, yeah! Something about...
That's the one. Actually, it's not a wish-granting incantation. When that time comes, let's all pitch in and help send... I will start the ritual preparations shortly. First, tell the shrine maidens to leave during the Hyakuyaku, a whole swarm of yokai memories will be hanging around in the... After that, I will commence the ritual, and the memories will begin to The memories are normally dispersed and don't pose a threat. But when they may see this as an opportunity to...
Alright,
Well, if at that point you felt like coming to...
Okay,
Descend the mountain?
Yep, Miko said the ritual...
I see.
We'll be taking care of a couple other things for her. And once we're done with that, we're gonna come back...
It seems like Lady Guji plays... Lady Guji's never allowed anyone else to be in her presence. Thank you for helping...
Don't worry, Miko's about to start the ritual. Come on, let's go deal with the monsters down the mountain. These monsters look really riled up. Yep, let's get rid of them All right, here they come!
Shine down! Whirling snow!
ritual is. Let's... Wow, so many! They're everywhere! Huh?
Yes, the memories of the yokai. They haven't been able to relax and soar through the air like this for a long time. Come with me. You all right, little one? You look a little nervous.
It's just, Paimon's never seen anything like this before. Whoa, they've really blocked out the moon!
It does look a little intimidating, doesn't it? But I know them. They may be loud and brash at times, but they are good and brave souls. Even after losing their lives in a brutal war, they have never given in to grief or despair. Alas, their time is short.
Do they really have to go?
It's a feast, and all feasts come to an end. Since you're sorry to see them leave, why don't you do the recital along with me? O Hakushin, cause of this enchantment, in reverence I perform this rite.
In reverence, I perform this rite.
To be a guiding light.
Wow, so beautiful! Look! Lights are coming from Inazuma City!
The book says, recite the secret spells of Lady Kitsune tonight, and our wishes will come true.
Oh, Hakushin, cause of this enchantment.
I perform this rite to be a guiding light. Your unrivaled power
Will be honored eternally.
Murakusai, you asked if I was doing well. Really, every day is a happy day for me. But watching you all leave now, I can't help but feel a little lonely. Just a little, of course. Just as I thought, the ritual went very smoothly.
But the look on your face...
I'm fine. No.
Hiko...
Fine. Well, if you're dead set on doing something for me...
Sure, no problem. A meal it is.
Okay.
Today is the day we agreed to treat Miko to a meal. The venue is Uyu Restaurant. Let's go!
Wait is unbearable. How is the next
It was quite a surprise when the moonless night...
Yeah,
that huge black cloud over Mount Yogo that night.
But then nothing happened after I made a wish using.
Yeah.
That night was definitely the nail in the coffin for the incantations from novels fad.
Huh? Paimon can't see. Guess she's not out here.
Ah, my little friends. There you are.
Miko, what is this?
I did, yeah. The thought of being able to eat the most expensive dishes and... Ah, boss, see these two faces here?
Alrighty.
What's gotten into you? Come on, You have to try this fish. It's found exclusively in the waters around Seirai. Or maybe you'd rather try this? I know, if you don't drink alcohol, that's fine too.
Last time we were here working on the novel, all you ordered for us was the...
Strange. I remember no such thing. Oh, so what? You did offer to treat me to a meal.
Miko, this meal is going to be super expensive!
Oh, don't you worry about that.
Darn it! She tricked us into this! Miko was after our Mora from the very beginning!
Oh, by the way, since nobody's wishes came true, so you'll have to come up with something new for the next chapter. The deadline is looming. I'm counting on you.